Thanks for tuning in to our seller interview series. Up today, we've got an Amazon site for sale in the transportation niche. Created in March 2015, this business makes $2,683 per month in net profit, and the listing number for this site is 40598. Now, we do these interviews to give potential buyers more information about both the seller and the sites they're looking to purchase. We hope these insights are helpful for you in making a buying decision. Now, we've got the seller with us today to go through everything from how he started the business and covering everything from niche selection to traffic and monetization. Thanks for coming on, Rob.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, no problem, man. So just to give the viewers out there some little bit more information about this business, before I dive into the question, I'd like to actually talk about just a quick summary. So like I said, it was built in March 2015 as a monthly revenue based off of a 3-month average at $2,187, has some expenses at $19, nothing huge. The net profit is $2,168. Now, with the sell of the site, there also will be included the domain. All the assets will be included. There will be PBN domain options. There are 9 PBN domains that can be part of the purchase. The new owner who buys the site will need to set up unique hosting for each, obviously, or the new owner can just agree to pay $5 per link on a monthly basis, and Rob will maintain all of the PBN sites. With that also comes access to 8 Web 2.0 properties and a login and access to 5 social media accounts, which includes Facebook, Twitter, Google+, YouTube, and Instagram. So, Rob, tell us a little bit about your background in building and running online businesses. Now, you mentioned you built a site before, but is this kind of your first big one, or do you have a pretty big history with running these kind of sites?
Yeah, so I've been doing affiliate SEO for about 2 years now, and this site kind of falls right in the middle of kind of earnings for me. I have 21 affiliate sites right now. Probably about 4 or 5 of them are doing better than this one, but yeah, that's kind of my background. I've been doing this for a while, and this is my first time selling on Empire Flippers.
That's pretty impressive. 21 profitable affiliate niche sites, huh?
21 live, probably about 13 or 14 are profitable right now, and then 6 or 7 or 8 of them are in kind of the growth phase right now.
Very cool, man. That's awesome. So how did you come up with the idea to start this one particular without, giving away the exact niche or anything? Or was there something about this one that just, saying to you?
Nothing like truly special, to be honest with you. For me, like I follow a pretty strict set of rules. So I do like a lot of Amazon sites, and I'm looking for a few things, and this niche had it for me. It had, a perfect combination of search volume and relatively easy competition for me to, sneak up there. And one of the things we'll talk about later, the price point is kind of on the higher side. And with Amazon sites, I really like that because you're getting the most out of that kind of smaller commission in the Amazon affiliate world.
For sure. Now, for someone who is brand new to Amazon affiliate, or maybe even internet marketing in general, how does this site make money? Could you just explain that in a very brief way?
Yeah. So, like, for example, let's say you have one particular page, you build this page, maybe 2,500 words, and it's going after a keyword that has some buyer intent. So, best something something or something something reviews. You break down for the reader, hey, this is what you look for this type of product. Here are my top 5 favorite picks. And then from there, once you get that traffic, you send the user to Amazon with a special link coded on your site. And Amazon tracks this. And each time someone goes to Amazon within 24 hours of hitting your link and buying something, it doesn't even have to be related to the niche. It could be anything. You then get a commission for that sale.
Yeah, I think that sums up pretty well. Now, in terms of why you are selling the business, why are you selling the business, Rob? Why not just keep growing it?
So right now, my business model up to this point has been to launch as many sites as possible. And that's kind of why in the last couple of years, I've gotten to the 21 niche site number. So for me, there's not a lot of time and I don't have a lot of expertise in conversion optimizations. So this site is it's been sitting there, and we'll talk about it later, but there's just a lot out there that can be done with someone that has the time and energy to really take this thing to the next level.
That's understandable. Do you have a plan for the sale? Any ideas of what you're going to do with the money?
Reinvest back into the business, test more, affiliate SEO stuff.
Excellent. So, moving into a little bit more of the site history for this affiliate site, what was the trajectory of this business when you first began it? What were the first few weeks and months like? Were you pretty profitable out of the gate, or did you have to wait quite a while for the search traffic to come in and to convert?
I had to wait quite a while. So, like most of my sites, and particularly this one, I don't usually see results until at least 6 months in. So, rankings are really slow, traffic is really slow. So March 2015 was the launch date. It was just trickling in some cash around the fall of 2015. Saw a little spike with Christmas, but the site really started to, get into some decent rankings where the traffic came in around spring 2016. And then the last few months, it's just been cruising along.
Cool. So is there anything you learned from this business that you would apply to your future sites and businesses? Obviously, you're going to reinvest into more sites. So is there something you did on this one that particularly stood out?
No, just keep following the same formula. And each time you build a site, you just you get an idea of the little things like that worked and that didn't, but nothing huge, nothing shocking, no.
Kind of going the reverse direction. Maybe you didn't have it on this site particular, but maybe as you were tweaking your formula, was there something you tried that just didn't work?
No.
That's pretty great.
I mean, I'm trying to think. I mean, I guess with only 9 PBN links, I'm not ranking some of the pages I was hoping to rank, but I think that's more to do not with that the competition is, really, really difficult. And in fact, it's actually quite open. There just needs to be more. I would put more resources towards this site.
Well, okay, more links, more social, perhaps something along those lines.
Yeah, just a little bit more. Yeah, invest into it.
Excellent. Now, speaking about search and social, moving into traffic and earnings about the site, could you break down where the traffic is coming from? I'm assuming it's mainly organic, but are you also getting any other form of traffic to it?
It is like over 95% organic. There's some trickle in from Pinterest, but it's pretty much an SEO affiliate organic traffic site.
Excellent. And could you break down the earning type? I know it's pretty much all Amazon affiliate from what I saw, but do you have just a few products that are the major sellers, or do you have a lot of different pages converting several different products?
So I'm looking at kind of the traffic history. So there's 16 pages that make up 97% of the traffic. 7 pages make up 81% of the traffic. And the top 2 pages make up half the traffic. And then your first question was, is it just through Amazon?
Yeah. Is it all Amazon affiliate?
It is, but there is a really good opportunity in this particular niche. If you wanted to go to online stores that were not Amazon, this would be a great niche to do it. It just takes a little bit more time because you're going to have to sort through their products and build individual reviews. But I think there is a great opportunity to get away from Amazon on the site.
Interesting. As far as earnings, have they been pretty stable month in and month out? Obviously, there's always this seasonal uptick with Christmas, but outside of that, has it been pretty stable?
So early on, like in the fall of 2015, it didn't really have enough traffic to kind of get a sense of it. There was like I said, there was a mini uptick in Christmas. Early winter was a little slow, and then the spring and the summer, I think there's a little seasonality going on in the spring and summer. So earnings have been up lately over the last few months.
Excellent. That's always a good sign, an upward trend in income.
I love it.
Of course. Now, we talked a little bit about opportunities here. If you wanted to keep the site, what would you do that would be the least risky path to grow? What would you focus on?
Yeah, so right off the gate, there's really a lot of low-hanging fruit. I don't have any kind of expertise in this particular niche, and the quality is actually quite good, but it was, some writer who doesn't necessarily care about this particular niche. So if the buyer, knew about this niche, just for example, like I love golf, when someone writes about golf and I can tell they know, I'm going to be more apt to buy. So the copy is somewhat generic for someone who understands the niche. There's comparison tables breaking down different products, and it's very basic. It's just the name of the product, what price category it falls into, and an overall rating. If someone could come in and just kind of give that extra feel like, hey, I really know what goes into this niche, the conversions would spike up. So that would be the first thing I would do if you understood the niche, and I think that would be a perfect buyer for this site.
Yeah, writing from knowledge and from actual experience and love of the niche always converts a little bit higher. For a potential buyer out there that's listening to this and you're wondering, well, where could I find a writer to this? One really good tip I've learned is if you just go to Reddit, like to us, and this might be a good tip for you too, Robert. I don't know if you know this.
Nope.
I learned this not too long ago. It blew me away. Just go to Reddit, to one of the subreddits that's related to the niche that you're targeting. And there's usually a pool of just really passionate people about that niche. And a lot of them, for the same price that you get an article from Hire Writer, will do an article for you, about something they actually love. So I found that to be kind of a cool little strategy for finding writers.
I like that. Yeah, especially if the person who buys it is like me and they don't consider themselves, an expert in it.
Right, exactly. And we tell people all the time, you don't need to be an expert in the niche to make a site work, because it's all about the fundamental skills anyway. And speaking of those, say you were going to keep the site, and let's go the other way here. What would you do if you were just incredibly risky and just wanted to grow the site as quickly as possible?
If you were into PBNs, I would there's like at least 10 or 15 pages, articles on this site that are ranking in the lower half of page 1 on Google to page 2 that are just like asking to be bumped up. And I would just hit this site with, 20 more PBNs and your traffic would just spike.
Nice. And as far as risks do go, what do you think the biggest risk with this site has in particular that a buyer should be aware of?
Just the fact that, I think it's pretty straightforward, but that it relies on the organic traffic and that it does have PBNs, although it only has 9. And the good news is they're only used for this site, and the sites are niche related, but that's pretty much the main risk I can think of.
Yeah, of course. Obviously, the site's been around for quite a bit, so it's survived a few updates, which is good. It shows that it can survive an update, which is a pretty big deal if your traffic is all SEO. Now, talking about work required, can you describe the amount and type of work you're doing to maintain this site currently?
Yeah, so for me, I'll have a virtual assistant go every 3 months and just make sure some of the product links, are not going to products that have been removed from Amazon. That's about it. That can be as much or as little time as you really want to spend. And that's if you want to keep the site how it is now, but that doesn't include the growth that you'd want to probably do to it.
Excellent. What kind of skills or requirements would you tell someone to have if they're not familiar with this niche, but they're interested in purchasing the site?
And related to, growing it to the next level?
Yeah, or, anything else. Like, is there a certain skill that you would suggest someone to have before purchasing this business?
I think it'd be a few things. So number one, I guess a skill is not knowing the niche, but then the next thing would be if you're really good at outreach, white hat campaign, gaining links, I think that's a little bit of a safer route because you can increase the rankings that way. If you know how to do PBNs, that's great. So if you can increase rankings, that's huge. And I would spend a lot of time on conversion rate optimization. So can you come in and basically test this version of the site, and if you do these tweaks to it, test how the earnings go, because I really feel like the site is leaving a lot on the table in terms of sales right now.
This is a great time to sell. We always tell sellers if you feel that the site has reached its max potential for what you can do to it, then it's usually a great time to sell it off, because someone, like you said, might come into this and just kill it with CRO, just they know everything about split testing those buttons and the links and all that jazz.
Yeah, and this site has hit that for me where it's like, I don't really have the skill set or the time to take it to the next level, but I know there's someone out there that does.
Yeah, absolutely. And I was getting into some additional information as we wrap up here. Would you be willing to sign a non-compete, just something that says, hey, look, I'm not going to go start a site in the same exact niche a week after you buy this site for me?
Yes, absolutely.
Excellent. And as far as support goes for a buyer, what would you be willing to offer in terms of training or support in general?
I've got 1 month unlimited email support and also 3 1-hour Skype phone calls that can be used in the first month to go over anything that might be a little bit easier talking about it.
Awesome. As far as Now, obviously, the best case scenario here is for a buyer to come in and give us all the money up front for the listing price. That's good for you, it's good for Empire Flippers. But let's say someone came around and they want to give you 70% of the money up front, 30% on the closing, or some other kind of earn out kind of scenario. Would that be something you'd be at all open to?
Yeah, I'd be open to it. It just depends on the exact terms.
Excellent. Before I get into the last $1 million question here that I put you in the hot seat with, let me do a little wrap up for our viewers out there, just so they're reminded kind of the quick facts about this business. So a quick summary: it was built in March 2015. Monthly revenue 2,187. Expenses $19. Net profit of 2,168. And again, this is on a 3-month average. There are all the domain and assets are included. The PBN domain options are 9 PBN domains that can be part of the purchase, or the new owner can agree to rent the links from the previous owner. With the sell comes 8 Web 2.0 properties and 5 social media accounts. So, Robert, tell me, what is your best pitch in 30 seconds or less on why someone should purchase this business?
Sure. It's really simple. You're getting a website that has solid traffic and earnings history. It's just sitting there begging to be improved in the ways we talked about. So rankings, conversion rate, adding more content, just a quick audit of the site, making sure the products are there. If you do that, there's like no way you can't 2 to 4x the earnings in a few months.
Excellent. I think that's great. Amazon sites, as you said, are super solid. I think it's a solid business in general. Now, for people out there watching this outside of our marketplace, if you're on YouTube, Dailymotion, or somewhere else, if you're watching this on there and you want more information about this business in particular, there will be a link below this video that would take you to our actual marketplace listing. Now, if you're watching this on the actual listing and you want even more information, you can become a depositor today. It's super easy. Just click make a deposit up top. Robert, thank you so much for coming on, man. I really appreciate it.
Thanks for having me, Greg.